We found love in a hopeless place. It was called Walgreens.
Meet the Browns. You already know. Gang.
Guys, we're in the city.
In the city, we vlogging, we got Barclays.
We here. Yeah, we by Barclays Center. Look. Here. See the Barclays Center? We downtown. Y'all see this building behind me? When Rashawn first came down, you see how tall it is? When Rashawn first came down here, they were just building it. And now they're done. Right? That's crazy. That was how many years ago? 5. Damn. This is like my first actual time, no, second seeing it, but it's done. That's crazy. And that's where I pranked him at. I April Fooled him. When he first came out here, I April Fooled him. Yeah. That's gonna be a story time for y'all. Alright? Alright. Guys, we're here, 34th Street. Oh my gosh, this day feels so great. Woo. His head is sweating. I mean, his head is waving. Babe. You hot? You so sexy. You so beautiful. Thank you. Welcome. You stupid. Oh, I already love you so much. You got a little shopping thing right there. Shopping thing? You looking at over there. The little shopping cart. We here, we got Chick-fil-A. Alright, here we go.
Here's the Chick-fil-A sauce.
Chick-fil-A sauce. Look guys, we're about to get an ice cream cone. Soft ice cream. Oh, I want a waffle cone. That's what I want. New York ice cream. Guys, we're here. I got ice cream. Listen. We here, y'all. We here at the place where it all began. This is, we about to reveal where we met. You ready?
Drum roll. About to go in and show y'all where we met. This is so sweet. 5 years ago. Oh, 7 years ago. 7 years ago. I'm about to show y'all. Listen, if I'm standing right here and he... No, you was right here at this one. No, you was right here. No, you was, because I was like, if I turn back around and he looking, then I'm then he crazy. That's not far. This is the register. That's the elevator. You have to be looking back at me.
Wow.
The only place I can look is this way.
So she was staring at me. Hey, stop playing. All right, well, nice knowing you. So y'all, who won? Me, right?
We didn't do it, Cause the way you explained it.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
I was staring at you. I was staring at you. Listen, Sean was staring at me, and I thought he was crazy. That's it. So we made it to where we first met, and now we're about to go. Just letting you guys know the rest. All right, and we're back. Right? So listen, guys, we just showed y'all where we met, but we gotta explain to y'all because he's not being truthful, right?
Please.
He's not being truthful. We keep talking about staring at him. Obviously, if I'm standing there and you're right there, and I said if I turn around, so that means I'm going to turn around before I said it, right? If I turn around, after I said it, I'm going to turn around. You're still looking at me, then you're crazy. And then I turned around, he was looking at me.
Oh, y'all can see.
How are you still? That don't make no.
How are you seeing the video? Elevator is here, and there's a wall right here. So, if I watch straight,
It's
I'm
not
just
even no
pointing at a
wall. No.
No,
Bye.
as a matter of fact, there's the other elevator on the right across. To watch everything else, you gotta watch towards her.
The elevator is not even that far from the freaking register.
So, I'm watching that way. The only way for me to look like I'm looking out. So if she looking back and she see me looking that way, she's gonna think I'm watching her. But that's not the case. You was ahead of yourself.
All right. So anyway, so let's tell them how we met. How we met. The line was long. I was downstairs on the register. He was doing stocking or whatever he was doing. I was a cashier, and the line was long. And they taught them how to run a cash register in case they need to get on it. And he needed to get on, so he had to get on next to me to make the lines get shorter. So while he got in line, when he got next to me, so I think I was like, "What's for lunch?" or something like that. And he was like, "I don't know. I really don't remember, but I do remember saying, 'What's for lunch?' Whatever." And then I don't know how we started talking about how you was from, where you was from and stuff. Oh, he was telling me that it was his last day of work or whatever. And I was like, oh, he's like, yeah, I'm going back home. Right?
Yep.
And then I was like, back home where? So he was like, to the Virgin Islands. And I was like, for real, you from what part or whatever? And he like, St. Corey. I was like, you lying. So I didn't believe him. I'm like, you lying. For real, that's crazy. Now I'm thinking it's mad cool because my twin, she's from the Virgin Islands as well. Her family. And I'm like, oh, my twin is from the Virgin Islands. So now he looking at me like I'm crazy. Go ahead, tell him.
She was feeling me.
Why? No, I wasn't.
Yep.
I was just excited that I knew somebody else from the Virgin Islands. That's it. So, after we established that he was going back home and all that, whatever, now the line is short, he gets to go back home. So, now it's time for us to go home. So, we both got out at the same time. And I saw him in the elevator going downstairs to get my stuff. So, he was like, yeah. So, I was like, oh, take my number, like that, whatever, because I'm mad excited, like, oh, I know somebody who, you know, like from the Virgin Islands, like my twin, so I'm mad hype, like, oh, I really did not like him. Like, not like that. Like, I wasn't looking to be with him or nothing. I just really wanted to just be his friend. I just thought it was cool, like that. So, Sean, stop lying. Stop making it seem like I'm lying. So, me in the elevator, I'm like, take my number, whatever. So he took it or whatever. And after that, we went back upstairs. And what happened? He was leaving, and he was like, "Oh, I'm about to go to the bank," and I was like, "Okay, I'm about to get on the train." Right?
Yep.
And then
she trying to make it like okay, like
no, because that was mad weird. Like I didn't know what you wanted me to say after that.
Okay, I'm going to the bank.
And
I'm later.
And I was like, all right, text me like that, whatever. So he been texting. We was like started texting whatever, and we've been texting each other, FaceTime. No, we never FaceTime ever. We talked to each other on the phone for 2 whole years. Made plans and everything. Never followed through with them. And then after a while, I was like, I'm not messing with Sean no more.
I was a busy guy.
I'm like, you know what? I ain't got time for him. And then out of the blue, one time I was getting off work. He called me like, you know what this is? I'm like, yeah. And he like, who? I'm like, with Sean, like that, whatever. He like, So we started talking back from there, whatever. And then ever since then, we made plans for him to come down to stay for 2 weeks. So he came down. Came up, whatever. Right?
Yep.
So he came up for 2 weeks, and what happened? Now your turn to talk, because I'm talking too much.
And then I stayed.
What are you talking about? That's not a love story.
I stayed because of
you skipped the whole part. We got to the airport. You got all the way to the gate. I was crying the whole time, and then you felt that way or whatever. Then you called me like, "Oh, you want me to stay?" Like, yes, you felt like you were scared to get on an effing plane because of the thing. So you said if I wanted you to stay, and I'm like in my head like, "Oh, I'm mad happy or whatever." Like, yeah, and then you came back downstairs. Well, actually, I got in a cab before. I mean, I got in a cab before you came back downstairs, whatever. I already got in a cab to go back home. And then you was like, I was already on my way to the house. And then he was like, why don't you come back around?
And all of that.
Bye, no, I was already going on my way back home, crying and stuff. And then he was like, you want me to stay or whatever? I was like, yeah. He was like, come back or whatever. I was like, just take a cab to the house, whatever, like that, whatever. So took a cab to the house, and then he stayed.
Not even a damn.
And then the cab driver was like, what the cab driver said, babe, when he pulled up, he was like, he's like, I don't know what you did to this man, but he was all the way at the gate, and then he turned all the way back around for you. Like that, whatever.
He said that?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Or whatever. And then my mother was making fun of me because I was crying. So like, you're a big baby, you crying, and it's
like, her crying ass.
What? Tell it. That's so deep. And then what else happened? And then after that, we just stuck together like glue. And then at our wedding, which is another story for y'all.
Like Gorilla Glue. Because regular glue, you could get unstick.
So Gorilla Glue, you can't?
Nope.
And we never even had Gorilla Glue to even test it out.
Nigga, Gorilla Glue is what you use like for like wood, sticking wood, like certain like hard to stick stuff.
Well, yeah. So after that, what happened after that? What I was up to? Oh, and our wedding on Monty. You know how people come people say speeches or whatever at weddings. So one of his friends was like, yeah. He started talking about them, whatever. Then he said, he was like, Rashawn told me he'd be back home in 2 weeks. I ain't see him in 2 years. It was until just now. Like he said, I ain't see him in 2 years. Everybody was cracking up because he didn't see him since he was back home. And next time he saw him was at the wedding. That was crazy. So, but I think that's all for right now. Sean barely talked. I talked the whole time.
No, I talked.
Y'all hear his accent, right? He never talked.
I talked.
Wait.
Decided in New York though. I talked.
So how do you talk in Singapore? The Virgin Islands. How do you talk in Virgin Islands?
Yeah, people, you know how we could talk. Now get you.
I'm tired. I gotta go to work. I don't feel like going to work. I just want to go to bed. Let us know what else y'all want to see, what y'all want to know. Like, comment down below, subscribe, like our video, and share maybe. I don't know if you can. I don't know what else, babe. That's it. And we're just gonna end this video here. Subscribe to my channel, guys. 50 Shades of the Vina. Link will be down below. Okay.